So I found this is the line that go from the key switch to send a signal to the starter to start. And I took out the old starter, connected directly to the battery, and it was working fine. There was no problem with the starter. So now I know the problem is somehow with the switch key, the signal doesn't go to the starter, because the starter take the power directly from the battery. So there's nothing that can stop him from taking the power. There's no fuse. It goes from where it is, this line. It goes from this line directly, if you follow, it goes directly to the starter, and this is the signal to the starter, to the solenoid on the starter, to also to solenoid to start, and also to start the starter. So if you have a problem and you know that the starter, the engine doesn't start, and you know the battery is okay, before you go crazy and goes and take out the old starter and realize that the starter is okay, take this line out, put a plus from the battery directly to here, and if the starter starts, you know you need to switch, you need to change the key switch. If nothing happened, you know it's the starter. In my case, when I tried to start the engine, there was no sound, no click, no nothing. I mean, it was silence. I mean, it's like there was no starter. So I'm showing you the diagram. How is it the starter connect? So you can see there's a cable connect directly from the plus of the battery to the plus of the starter. The minus is getting connected from the car metal frame, and this is the connector that I showed you before. So if you check everything, you check the battery and you realize the battery is okay, before you go and try to replace the starter, you disconnect the connector and you take the connector, you put the switch on the start position on the key, then you unconnect the connector. From the side that goes to the starter, you take a cable and connect it directly to the plus. Now, if everything's okay, the starter will start. So if this is the case, you know there's a problem with the switch. But if you connect the connector to the plus as nothing happened, you can assume that there's a problem with the starter. When I try to use my old starter to see if it's working, and I connect it directly to the battery, I'm using those wires, you see. What's happened is there's like, when you connect the starter, it takes more than 60 amp at least. And see what's happened. When I connect the wire here, you see here and also here. And you can see the wire, you can see what's happened to the wires. If you can see where it is, there's a mark here. Yes, you can see there is here, and also here you can see. So please, when you connect a device that takes so much amp, secure it with a clamp and don't use wire, just for your safety. So I don't know why and how, but I put the old starter back because it was working. I put it back and start the engine, and it's running. So my guess, when I took, but I don't know, I'm not sure. When I took the old starter, this connector, it's a little bit broken, what I have. Is it possible that it was loose over the time, and when I put it back, everything's working fine? I don't know. But now I can return the new starter and use my old one. Or maybe the old starter has that spot, and next time he will hit me again. I will see. So now I put everything back. Where's this line to the switch? You can see it here. And I don't know how, but everything is working. I'm using the old starter, so I'm guessing some connection was loose.